Well, okay, we are going to stay dry here today, but I tell you what, it's going to be a little bit of a different story as we get into tomorrow. So tomorrow still showers and thunderstorms, but the overall flood threat has dropped a little bit. I think this is going to mainly be concentrated areas east of us. Notice broadly scattered showers and thunderstorms in Louisiana right now. Live look at the radar. This is the tropical wave. So because of that counterclockwise circulation, it's pushing all this rain across the area. What is interesting about this wave is notice how all the rain is concentrated actually on the southwest side. So if the center of the core is still just barely offshore, the counterclockwise circulation, it's just not wrapping around as much. And that's why we're not going to get a named storm out of this. Okay, this is going to, continue to push onshore, but just as a tropical wave, a disturbance. So not a depression, that would be first, and then a tropical storm with the name of Dexter would have been next. But we're not going to see that. Again, it's very disorganized. Active flood watch though. So anywhere that's shaded in green, pretty much for a big part of Louisiana, is under a flood watch. So no advisories here, not a watch, not a warning in place, but I'm expecting our best rain chance to arrive tomorrow. In fact, the National Hurricane Center did lower the chance for tropical development. This is the new information overnight. It's down to a 30% chance. I have put this on Facebook, my X account. I'm going to put this on Instagram so you know, a big part of this is going to impact Louisiana. We are going to see some rain out of this, but slightly lower accumulations than what I thought yesterday. Okay, have you seen the trend? This is what I like to see when we continue to see consistency, clarity, models saying the same thing. Notice how they're really tightening up with that westerly, and then it takes that northerly hook there right over New Orleans. And that's expected to happen as we get into the day tomorrow. So today we're hot and humid here locally, 96, still feeling above 100, exactly like yesterday. Tomorrow, rain chances. We could see a few showers as early as 5 or 6 a.m., but I actually think our best rain chance will be midday through about 6 o'clock in the afternoon. That's where we could pick up about a half to maybe upwards of 1.5 inches of rain areas east of the city. Flood risk today peaks at that moderate risk south of Lafayette in central Louisiana. Here locally, it's non-existent. Tomorrow, broad area of slight risk of high water. That'll be on top of some saturated grounds. Here locally, this clips Harris County, Montgomery County, barely including their eastern portions of Fort Bend, under a marginal risk. That's a level 1 out of 4. That's saying, hey, a high water spot is possible. We're not going to say this is a complete closed case. We need to watch some of those tropical downpours, but otherwise, I think you're not going to notice much of a change from just scattered showers one particular day compared to tomorrow with some tropical downpours. Next name on the list is still Dexter and then Aaron. Remember, we didn't get Dexter out of this, so we'll be watching that for our next system. Today, we're dry, getting you to 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. So think 24 hours from now. Take a look from Chambers County, Liberty County, Galveston. I think this is how it's going to play out. Tomorrow morning, our radar could be active areas east of the city with maybe an isolated thunderstorm here or there. But really, these rain chances are going to continue to evolve through about midday and your afternoon. Think stopping our future track. That's 1:30 tomorrow afternoon. Light green, that's manageable rain. It's nuisance. It's going to impact the day. It'll bring our temperatures down, but overall, the flood threat still remains fairly low. 6 o'clock tomorrow evening, we're still tracking some of the rain. So could we squeeze 1 inch to 2 inches out of some of these downpours? Maybe. In fact, our rainfall potential is showing that as well. Now, maybe within the city, you're thinking more of a 1/2 inch. Once you head closer into Anahuac, areas east, look at that 1 to 2 inches. Take a look at Beaumont, maybe slightly higher, and maybe getting into 8, 9 o'clock, maybe 2 to 3 inches of rain the further east you go. But you get the idea. The overall rain threat has trended a little bit lower. 90 today at noon. We are warming quick. 96 this afternoon, feeling more like 103. Yesterday, Jen, we had a high of 97. Now we should be, for this time of the year, 95. So keep in mind, we're not breaking record. This is almost where we should be for this time of the year. But next week does get pretty hot.